Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at a new product from First Strike today. This is the First Strike floating stock. So this is a collapsible stock that fits a 13 cubic inch bottle like this. Kind of goes right in there. It's designed and formed to fit this size bottle only, but you can put this stock literally on any gun that you want to and still have the ability to collapse it down and move it back and forth. So it comes with two pieces. It comes with the stock itself, and then it comes with this rail that's got some adhesive on it. So the way this works is we're going to put it on we're going to show you how to put it on a shocker. I'm not actually going to peel this tape off of here. I don't want to ruin this piece yet. But we're going to show you how you can put it on really any gun that this tank will screw into. So first step we would need to do is we need to set this tank up for this particular marker. One thing I will advise you or let you know is once we set this tank up to fit this marker, if you are going to put this tank on a different marker, odds are it won't work or it won't line up properly. The way this is threaded is not necessarily the way another gun is threaded, where the start position of the threads are. So when we screw this tank in, we're going to mark it. And that necessarily will not be the same position that the tank stops on a different gun. So don't just assume that you could just put this one on here, take it off and put it on a Tippmann gun or some other gun and have everything line up the way that it does on this gun. So keep that in mind. So what we want to do first though to set this up is we want to screw our tank in. We want to do this obviously with the ASA not engaged or with the tank empty, so that when you screw it in, it doesn't gas up. It's because we're going to have to take it off a couple times. So make sure that either the tank is empty or you have an on-off ASA. So we're going to thread it in just to where it stops. We don't want to crank on it. There's no reason to ever tighten your tank into your gun. You just go to where it stops. So right there, it's easily movable. It stops. At this position right here, we're going to mark the bottle where vertical is on there. Now this can be a little tricky, so you want to line it up the best you can so that this adheres to your tank in the right orientation. Otherwise your crane stock or your stock will be off center, which you don't want. So at this point they recommend a silver Sharpie. You can really use anything you want that is not black, because it's a black tank. You wouldn't be able to see it if you marked it with something black. So mark it with something that isn't black. White out, silver Sharpie, metallic Sharpie, whatever it happens to be. Put a mark on there that shows you where this position is, where straight up and down is, so that once we're done, we can put it all back together. So then we take it off. We would have our mark. We would peel our adhesives off, and we would stick this onto our tank. Now once this is adhered to our tank, this is, you could rip it off of there, but you're set up to run this stock on there. So at that point, we would take this and screw it back in. This is going to be on here like that, right? We would take our stock, we would slide it on. Now this moment right here, it's not going to go on there. You have to grab this this lever that lets you do your selectable positioning, and you have to pull it down. You don't want to do it the same way you would use to move the stock back and forth. You need to pull it further than it does, like this. So you grab it at the front. There's two little tabs here that allow you to grab it and pull it, and then we can slide it over and snap it in place. From this position, now we can move this all over the place. Now, since I didn't tape this down, it's going to move on me, or stick it on there. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to do that. But you can see we've got our different positions on there, and we can slide this all the way around on there. So I'm going to put this all the way forward, and here you go. So it's a very comfortable stock on there. It's nice and wide. If maybe you like a smaller tank like this because you don't shoot a bunch, but you wish you had something that had a little bit more of a sturdy platform to shoulder it, like this is perfect for that. And literally any gun. You could put this on anything. You probably wouldn't put it on a shocker, but you could. That's just how it is. You can put it on anything you want. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, though, I remind you, if you pull this off this gun and try to stick it onto something else, there's a almost certainty, 100% certainty that it won't line up properly. So keep that in mind. Maybe you want to get a different tank or another stock if you're planning on doing that as well. Or invest in some sticky tape for this piece right here. So that's it. It's got all the normal setups that stock would. It's got sling mount positions. It's got all the jazz on there, adjustable positioning. I think it's super cool, giving you the ability to really set up any gun to have an adjustable stock on it if you so choose. So check it out. First Strike floating stock. It's available through the website for 13 cubic inch bottles only. Remember, order yours now through ansgear.com.